Here's how I made the lightning in this shot in open source software Blender. Alright, I open up Blender and the first thing I do is create a ground plane. The default cube in Blender is 6 point something something feet, so I size it down slightly and use it as the size reference for everything else in the scene. He will be our tripartite. For this project, I worked in Cycles. If your computer can't run Cycles, I'm very sorry. I created a new camera for fun, and you can actually use Control-Alt-Numpad 0 to set the camera view to the direction you're looking. I also changed the camera to be panoramic because I think that's pretty cool and stuff. Now onto the haze. I create a cube and size it up to cover the entire scene. Then I go to the shader editor, create a new material. I delete the principled BSDF and create a principled volume node. Then I adjust the density to be something that's not crazy. Then I'll copy that cube over and this will be our clouds. I size it down and put it up where clouds would be. Then I created a noise texture and plugged the factor into the density. I created a color ramp and put it in between the clamp, and then I just adjusted my clouds to taste. Now it's time for the actual lightning. Create a point light and put it up somewhere in the cloud layer. I made mine red, which I only now realize makes it resemble the alternate dimension of a popular Netflix TV show, but nobody should own the color red. Then crank up the power to something insane and you can verify that it is in fact red. Go to the frame where you want the lightning to be most prevalent. Keyframe the power. Go back a couple frames, change it to 0, and keyframe it. Go forward a couple frames and change it to 0 again. And you should have something like this. I also modeled a really rough lamppost, but I wasn't recording, so I'm sorry about that. If you duplicate the light, move it over a little bit, and then offset the animation by 1, you can make the lightning look all connected. Then you can duplicate that chain over and move the keyframes to wherever else you want the lightning to be. Make sure it's offset still. Then you can just keep duplicating as much as you want and offsetting the keyframes by 1 frame. Here I did some final touches. I used Blender Guru's Polygon add-on to texture the ground plane. I added Ian Hubert's Shakeify add-on to the camera, and I just threw some basic cubes in the background since they're kind of out of focus and in the fog. The windows are just little emission planes that I put up against the surface of the cubes. And here's the final scene. You can even make your tripartite all around the scene, just like in the movie.